No Texting While Driving is an excellent app that is kind of health promotional all by itself. So for this assignment, we're going to take the assignment straight out of the book from that exercise. We're going to build that. So let's get to it. The first thing I've done is set up a project, and I've given it the name No Texting While Driving. Now remember that this is the name that will show up on your app's screen when you put a widget or an icon someplace. If you want it to be something short like no text, I'll totally understand. This is going to be a little bit long, as you'll find out. And also, I have gotten myself an icon already, and I'm going to set that here. So let's go and upload this or load this file. And I've called it, I put it on my desktop. Here you go. No cell phones. Now remember, only use, if you're going to sell this, you want to make sure that this is a property of your own, so your own icons. This is one that I am borrowing, but it looks like it's going to work for me, and that's going to be good. Also, I want to set the screen orientation to the portrait, just because I like the up and down look of this. And we're going to set the title of screen 1, which is what's highlighted here, to No Texting While Driving. So this looks like the basics of our user interface. Now what we need to do is put some other guts on the screen. So let's do that next. So the first pieces we have to put on here are a couple of labels. So let's grab label 1, and then we're going to rename it to label 2 as well. And label 1 is going to be called prompt label. And then label 2, which we're going to rename, so we click on it, and then we click rename. It's going to be response label. Below that, we've got to put in a text box, which you'll find over here in the user interface components, and that's this guy. We'll put that here, and this one is going to be renamed New Response Text Box. And then below that, we need a button, so let's grab this and rename it as well. Submit response button. Finally, we need a texting component, which is going to be down here in the social section. The texting, and it's non-visible, so it'll show up at the bottom. And we are going to need a database component, a TinyDB, which you'll find in the storage section. Then below that, we need a text-to-speech, which will be under media. This is what's going to do the talking. Now, the book actually mentions that if your Android device is earlier than 2.0, which puts it back sometime before 2009 at the end of the year, you'll have to download a different app. I doubt any of you will have that particular problem. And then finally, we need a sensor, which is the location sensor. We'll put that on here. So we're pretty much in good shape. We have to start filling the blanks. Let's start with a button, right? This one is going to have some text on it that is modify response. And let's make that bold. And what else do we have to do here? We're going to have to set the text of the prompt label. So let's go and do this here. All right, and we will also have to set the text of the response label as well. Response label text is clicking here, and then we go and set this. Enter. Okay, contact shortly. And actually in here what we can do is put a hint, right? So new response hint, enter your automated response here. Okay, and actually let's make this as wide as the screen. How we start doing that? So with parent. All right. And it looks like the user interface is pretty good. In the next screencast, we're going to start working on the behavior, which will be mostly centered around the text messaging, texting 1 block. There's a message received event in there, and that's where we're going to handle how it responds to getting new messages. Good work so far.